NCERT, Class 7 Science Chapter, Transportation in Animals and Plants. Circulatory System. Blood. What is blood? Blood is the fluid which flows in blood vessels. It transports substances like digested food from the small intestine to the other parts of the body. It carries oxygen from the lungs to the cells of the body. It also transports waste for removal from the body. How does the blood carry various substances? Blood is composed of a fluid called plasma in which different types of cells are suspended. One type of cells are the red blood cells RBC, which contain a red pigment called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin binds with oxygen and transported to all parts of the body and ultimately to all the cells. It will be very difficult to provide oxygen efficiently to all the cells of the body without hemoglobin. The presence of hemoglobin makes blood appear red. The blood also has white blood cells WBC, which fights against germs that may enter our body. If you got cut or get injured, blood comes out from the body. After some time, the bleeding has stopped, and a dark red coat has plugged the cut. The coat is formed because of the presence of another types of cells in the blood called platelets. Blood vessels. The two types of blood vessels are arteries and veins. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Veins are the vessels which carry carbon dioxide-rich blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. So arteries carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Veins carry carbon dioxide-rich blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. Pulse rate. The number of beats per minute is called the pulse rate. A resting person usually has a pulse rate between 72 and 18 beats per minute. The schematic way of circulation of blood is: from lungs, pulmonary vein carries the oxygen-rich blood to the heart, and from the heart, the artery carries the oxygen-rich blood and gives it to all parts of the body. And the veins, which carry carbon dioxide-rich blood from all parts of the body back to the heart, and from heart, this carbon dioxide-rich blood is carried by pulmonary artery to the lungs. Capillaries. The arteries divide into small vessels. On reaching the tissue, they divide further into extremely thin tubes called capillaries. The capillaries join to form veins which empty into the heart. Heart. The heart is an organ which beats continuously to act as a pump for the transport of blood, which carries other substances with it. The heart is located in the chest cavity with its lower tip slightly tilted towards the left. The heart is roughly the size of your fist. What will happen if the blood rich in oxygen and the blood rich in carbon dioxide mix with each other? To avoid this from happening, the heart has 4 chambers. The 2 upper chambers are called the atria, singular atria, and the 2 lower chambers are called ventricles, atria and ventricles. The partition between the chambers helps to avoid mixing up of blood rich in oxygen with the blood rich in carbon dioxide. Heartbeat. The walls of the chambers of the heart are made up of muscles. These muscles contract and relax rhythmically. This rhythmic movement makes heartbeat. The doctor feels your heart speed with the help of an instrument called a stethoscope. The rhythmic beating of the various chambers of the heart maintain the circulation of blood and transport of substances to different parts of the body. Excretion in animals. The process of removal of waste produced in the cells of the living organisms is called excretion. The parts involved in excretion form the excretory system. Excretory system in human. A mechanism to filter the blood is required. This is done by the blood capillaries in the kidneys. When the blood reaches the 2 kidneys, it contains both useful and harmful substances. The useful substances are absorbed back into the blood. The waste results in water are removed as urine. From the kidney, the urine goes in the urinary bladder through tubes like ureters. It is stored in the bladder and is passed out through to the urinary opening at the end of a muscular tube called urethra. The kidneys, ureters, bladder and the urethra form the excretory system. The parts of the excretory system are kidney, ureter, urinary bladder, urethra, then urinary opening. An adult human beings normally pass about 1 to 1.8 liter of urine in 24 hours. The urine contains of 95% of water, 2.5% of urea and 2.5% of other waste products. We have all experienced that we sweat on a hot summer day. The sweat contains water and salts. The marks formed in our clothes due to the sweats are felt by salts present in the sweat. Does sweat serve any other function? We know that the water kept in an earthen pot is cooler. This is because the water evaporates from the pores of the pot, which causes cooling. Similarly, when we sweat, it helps to cool our body. Whether other animals also urinate? The way in which waste chemicals are removed from the body of the animal depends on the availability of water. Aquatic animals like fishes excrete cell waste as ammonia, which directly dissolves in water. Some land animals like birds, lizards, snakes excrete a semi-solid white-colored compound, uric acid. The major excretory product in human is urea. Sometimes a person's kidney may stop working due to infection or injury. As a result of kidney failure, waste products starts accumulating in the blood. Such persons cannot survive unless their blood is filtered periodically to an artificial kidney. This process is called dialysis. Transport of substance in plants. Transport of water and minerals. Plants absorb water and minerals by the roots. The roots have a root hair. The root hair increases the surface area of the root for the absorption of water and mineral nutrients dissolved in water. The root hair is in contact with the water present between the soil particles. How water moves from the roots to the leaves. Plants have pipe-like vessels to transport water and nutrients from the soil. The vessels are made up of special cells forming the vascular tissue. A tissue is a group of cells that perform specified function in an organism. The vascular tissue for the transport of water and nutrients in the plants is called the xylem. The xylem forms a continuous network of channels that connect roots to the leaves through the stem and branches and thus transport water to the entire plant. The food has to be transported to all parts of the plant. This is done by the vascular tissue called the phloem. The xylem and phloem transport substances in plants. Xylem and phloem transport substances in plants. Transpiration. Plants absorb mineral nutrients and water from the soil. Not all the water absorbed is utilized by the plant. The water evaporates through the stomata present on the surface of the leaves by the process of transpiration. The evaporation of water from leaves generates a suction pulse, the same that you produce when you suck water through a straw, which can pull water to great height in the tall trees. Transpiration also cools the plant, like sweat cools us. The key points of this chapter are: in most animals, the blood that circulates in the body distributes food and oxygen to different cells of the body. It also carries waste products from different parts of the body for excretion. Circulatory system consists of heart and blood vessels. In humans, blood flows through arteries and veins, and the heart acts as a pumping organ. Blood consists of plasma, RBC, WBC, and platelets. Blood is red due to the presence of red pigment, hemoglobin. The human heart beats about 70 to 18 times per minute in an adult person. This is called heart rate. Arteries carry blood from the heart to all parts of the body. Veins carry blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. Removal of waste products from the body is called excretion. Excretory system of humans consists of the kidney, two ureters, a urinary bladder and the urethra. Salts and urea are removed along with water as sweat. Fish excretes waste substance such as ammonia which directly dissolved in water. Birds, insects and lizards excrete uric acid in semi-solid form. Water and mineral nutrients are absorbed by roots from the soil. Nutrients are transported along with water to the entire plant via the vascular tissue called xylem. The vascular tissue for the transportation of food to the various parts of the plants is phloem. A lot of water is lost by plant in the form of vapor through stomata during transpiration. Transpiration generates a force which pulls up water absorbed by the roots from the soil to reach the stem and leaves.